Oh my god. Can you hear me? I think you can. There's a river right next to me. We'll see if it's up. Here I am in beautiful Breckenridge, Colorado. I am on vacation. I am at about 10,000 feet altitude, and that's high. That's high, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm not a young chicken anymore. I can feel it if you've ever been in this side of the woods, but it is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So I thought I would take you with me and chat a little bit about my life, what have been going on in the past few weeks. Very emotionally charged, good things, very good things. So first, let's begin with what I'm wearing. Oh my God, guys, I am in love with this sweater. It is knitted and it's called the Fluffy Fluffy sweater. I'll put right here the name of the designer. I knitted it with Unling. It's a Swedish yarn, mohair, silk mohair, and yeah, it is the softest mohair I've ever knitted with. The colors are beautiful. I will post it on my Ravelry page, and I will post all the colors that I've done with it. It's like a raglan, and it's top down, and it's super easy. I did a 3/4 sleeve. And yeah, oh my goodness, guys, I'm going to make myself another one. I liked it so much. So I became a grandmother. My oldest son and his wife just had a baby. I am called Nanu, and Henry, Mr. Anu Crochet, is called Papu. So Nanu and Papu. Zachary Daniel was born on the 28th of July at 12:44 in the morning. Was a little peanut. I'm gonna post a little picture here. That's the only picture you will see because I don't post pictures of the kids anymore on social media. But this is the one and only. And he's so adorable. He was a little peanut when he was born, 6 pounds too. He was born on the same birthday as my middle son, 28th of July. My father-in-law has his birthday on the 27th of July. On the 29th of July, my middle son, the one that has his birthday, got married. So the baby was born in Colorado, in Frisco, and the wedding was in Evergreen, right next to Denver. Thank God, 1.5 hours from each other. So back and forth, juggling, the wedding and the baby, and the wedding was amazing, absolutely amazing. Post a picture right there of the couple. People flew from all over, their friends from kindergarten to the college. My most dear friend from Boston flew into, my in-laws were there. It was a wedding full of love. It was, my daughter-in-law organized it, and her mom, and they did such an amazing job. So it was such an amazing time. And after that, we rented an Airbnb right here, the foothills of Breckenridge, to just wind down. My son with the new baby lives right nearby, and so in between resting and getting acclimated to the altitude and going and little baby grandson, and knitting and crocheting. So I wanted to share with you a few of the things that I had done in crochet and in knitting. So that's one of my, how do you call that? FO, finished object. I am just finishing designing another scarf. So I designed a scarf which I had put on Ravelry in knitting, and it was the pattern was free for 1 week. Now it's no longer free anymore. That being said, I wanted to let you know, if you cannot afford or you have difficulties purchasing my pattern, please reach out to me at unrulystitch@gmail.com. unrulystitch@gmail.com. Let me know, and I will of course send you the download PDF for free. I want everybody to be able to enjoy my patterns. My crochet patterns are for free as usual, but I designed with my June colorway that was made specifically for me, exclusive to my store, Woolen Woman fiber. It was called the Artist Garden. It's all out of stock right now. So, you know, I released that color, and then once it's out of stock, it's out of stock. But that being said, July had another color too that is still in stock because I had to leave mid-month. So the June color, where did I say that, was called the Artist Garden. It was inspired by one of my favorite Monet painting. The July one is in stock right now. It's inspired by a beautiful painting by Odilon Redon, which is called Flower in a Turquoise Vase. I will show you in a little bit because I'm designing a shawl with this one too. And then I finished designing a third shawl that will be there. All will be eventually on my Ravelry, that I am so in love with, and it's again with Woolen Woman fiber. I love their yarn. They're twin sisters. One is dyeing the yarn, the other one is making Sammy's trinkets. She makes the little stitch marker, so each and every yarn comes with the matching stitch marker. They're adorable. I love them. Hold on. And this is the shawl that I designed. Well, it's not really a shawl. It's like, you call that in French, which is shesh, which is bigger than a scarf and smaller than a shawl. Look at the drape of this thing. And I used it in Woolen Woman fiber mohair and Woolen Woman silk mohair. And so one skein or silk mohair in fly fishing, that's the colorway. And the other is cashmere, merino, and silk base. So 2 skins in total. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, I love it so much, so much, so much. It begins on what side? You begin at the point, and then you alternate between garter stitch and stockinette and mohair, and it gets smaller and smaller, and I wear it like this, just like that, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It is the smallest. It is the softest, the squishiest yarn, and I love the effect of the mohair too in between, which makes it kind of slightly transparent. There is a little bit of traffic, and there is a river right there. I told you that, right? So yeah, that will be for $5 on my Ravelry page, Unruly Stitch. The Unruly Stitch is my Ravelry page. But for the first week, when I post it, which I will soon stay posted, it will be free. Free for 1 week, $5 after the first week. Something else that I wanted to show you is my very good friend, which is a designer too. Her name is Alice Dunn Smith, and she designed a shawl which is called Love is Love, a wrap or a shawl. Love is Love. And she had designed that for June Pride Month, so to honor and celebrate LGBTQ+. And she had done it with the beautiful color of the flag. And she did another one, which she just gave it to me to make a few pictures here in Colorado for her. I don't think I'm going to give it back to her. Look at this beauty. And she did it in Holst Garn. She did it Holst Garn Supersoft, which I'm selling in my store, but you can find it in other stores. It's a Danish yarn that is super affordable. Yardage per skein is amazing. And look at that. Look at that. So she, I think, is oatmeal from Holst Garn Supersoft. And then the colors are Spin Cycle, dyed in the wool. Wow. Wow, wow. Look at this. Look at this beauty. I mean, you can't go wrong with Spin Cycle. Wow. It's really noisy, guys, now. Maybe I'll go inside in a little bit. See that beauty? And that also you can purchase the pattern on Ravelry, hopefully. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's very colorful. I have too many colors right now on me, but right. Let me listen and see if it's not too much better. Well, we shall see. And now you're cooking. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. See the mountains in the back? There's even snow on top of the mountain. Can you see? Anyway. Oh yeah, so I was going to talk about crochet. All right, so another thing that I'm working on, since I'm on vacation, I'm working on like 15 things at the same time. I'm definitely not a monogamous knitter or crocheter. I get bored very fast. And yeah, so to keep me entertained, I have a lot of things going on at the same time, and I keep switching from one to the next. So it's fun, but at the same time, it takes a long time for me to finish one thing. And then sometimes I just finish 5 things at once. So yeah. But anyway, so this, I am using Holst Garn cone of Supersoft in this beautiful colorway, which I will put at the bottom. But those are really cool. They're 500-gram skeins. Oh, there's a bumblebee. Oh, in my coffee. Okay, she's going away. I love those cones because, first of all, they're very affordable. And second of all, I am crocheting a cocoon cardigan with it. It's a very light fingering yarn, 100% wool, and it blooms beautifully when you block it. So it's like what I'm doing here is basically a big granny square. So I'm beginning in the middle. I have my, cocoon cardigan that I did about 6 years ago. So I thought I would just refresh it a little bit. So if you want, I can redo a fast tutorial for it, because I have noticed that the one that I did 6 years ago, because of all kind of things that happen with music and copyrights, some of the sound is not there anymore. So if you want, I can redo one, remake one, a tutorial for you. So right now what I'm doing is this. See how you begin in the middle and then you go around. It's basically just a big, yeah, I'll show you the wrong side. Here you go. This is the right side. And I'm going to make a big square. And then eventually I'll fold it in half and leave holes for the sleeves, make a border, and that will be a beautiful orange pumpkin color cocoon to wear in the fall. So I'm working on that. That's one of my helicopter unfinished projects. The next project is also a cocoon cardigan, and it's the same exact pattern, but I am using Nutiden unspun yarn, which is, I fell deep in love with Caroline and Knut yarn. They are both amazing artists and create the most amazing unspun. Forget about the fact that unspun yarn to me was a discovery last year, and since then I never looked back. It's my favorite yarn to crochet or knit with. Sorry, here we go. This is an example. This is what I'm working with now. First of all, I wish you could, 1, feel how soft it is. 2, smell how good it smells. If I close my eyes while I'm knitting or crocheting, I can imagine myself very close to sheet. So, you know, it's an experience. It's a tactile, all your senses experience. So this colorway is called Onska. And I think that colorway was made for their birthday. And, you know, the camera doesn't do it justice because I don't know if you can see it. If I put it a little closer, can you see there all the colors that are inside? So from far away, you think it's just beautiful, by the way, kind of taupish color, gray, beige. And then when the sun or the light hits it differently, oh, what do you see there? Purple. Then you have green, and you have yellow, and you have, and every time you crochet or knit with it, you find other colors in it. Look, I don't know if you, anyway. So I've knitted with it. It's a very fun yet fragile yarn to knit with, which I love, because you have to knit or crochet a different way. You have to slow down, which is very good for me. I love slow crocheting or slow knitting. My goal is never to knit or crochet fast. My goal is to enjoy what I'm doing in the moment. And there's nothing better than unspun yarn, knitted in specifically. Although there are other beautiful unspun yarn that I found that are less fragile and maybe a little bit easier to knit with. That being said, ultimate favorite is always knitted in. They always come with beautiful, beautiful colorways. It's always a surprise. I'm a Patreon. Very, very, very honored to be a Patreon. It's worth every penny. I really encourage you to do so because then you get first dip on their colorway and they go really fast. What did I do with that? Stop talking about, I could talk about it for years, but I want to show you the cocoon cardigan that I am creating with Onska. So this one I already folded in half, and I already made the hole for the sleeves. So you see the way you do it is the same way I did the orange one. Hold on, which one is the right way? Which one is the wrong way? That's the wrong way, but I haven't put in like so in all the loose ends, the ends, you know, so you're gonna see little things like that that will be inside eventually. So you see, so I began at the middle again. It's a granny square. You begin in the middle like a regular classical granny square, and you do a big square, then you fold it in half like so, and you assemble it from the bottom of your rectangle when it's folded in half, leaving a little space for open here for the sleeves. Then you pull on one side, and that is how you're going to wear it. See, so put one hand here and one hand there, and then you arrange it like that. Haven't blocked it yet, and look at this. You have a cocoon cardigan. Now I haven't decided if I'm going to do a border, and if I do a border, am I going to do a crochet border? Am I going to do knitted border? I haven't decided yet. But this and this orange one are exactly the same pattern, right? It's just that the yarn is different. I wish you could feel how light and soft this yarn is and how warm it is too. It is super warm. It is the best. The best. So those are my two crochet whips, I guess, working project, because I'm not done with either one of them. I'm almost done with this one. And I think I'm going to make one in each of the knitted colorway I have, and I have a few. So because it's so fast, I crocheted it with 6mm crochet hook which you know, crochets really fast. Look at all the colors. Can you see? Can you see? What a beauty. Okay, so Anska, I love you. What else am I making? All right, I'm making a Saturday shrug from Caddy Jacks. What? That's her name? And I am using Lamb and Kid tweed yarn. Look at this color. Oh my god. So the gray one is a tweed Lamb and Kid yarn. I can't remember the exact name. I'll put it there. But this one is a Moondrake Fua Fua yarn. Is it Fua Fua or Moko Moko? It's the cashmere one. I'll put it there. And look at that. So I'm making a Saturday shrug using one skein of the Moondrake and one skein of the, well, I don't know. That's not what I want to say. One thread. Because I know that Saturday shrug sometimes has two threads together. So one thread of each. But I don't know how many skeins I will need because I'm just at the probably halfway. And again, it is so light and so fluffy. Beautiful. And yeah, you can find these in my store as well. That is a whip. What number? 550 millimeter circular needle I use for that. What else do I have here? What is this? Oh, Stephen West contrast blast sock. I'm not done. I'm doing two at the same time. Yeah, can you tell there is something about flashy color? I used Coats & Co. Cottage sock, and then a Funfetti yarn, which I forgot also the brand, but look at this beauty. Sorry if I spoiled, but I mean, they're all over. You must have seen them already. Cannot wait to block them and see how they are. So there was first the cuff, and then this beautiful ladder thing, and then this beautiful reverse stockinette little thing, and then love the heel flap, which mosaic kind of. And then here you have a little torset, a little torsade. How do you say that in English? Not braids, cables. And then now I am at the foot, and I still have to do the toe. My second one is even, what did I do? My second one, yeah, I still have a lot to go, but that's okay. I take my time. And so much fun. It's the first Stephen West knit along that I follow. He's so cute, he's so clear. I learned new techniques. I'm very new at doing socks. I was always very nervous about sock making. I just learned how to do the magic loop, and that changed my life. So now I am becoming a sock monster. For example, what am I doing here? In my cute little bag here from India, I think. Yes, Shirley Bryan deconstructed faded yarn, which are my ultimate favorite sock yarn in the world. Look at this beautiful color. No, but isn't it? So it's like that, right? That's the cuff. Wait, that's the cuff, that's the heel. I'm actually again at the foot. I'm doing two at a time on my magic loop. I divided them in two. Let me show you the nicest one. Yeah, I have two, see? Divided them in two little skeins, two little cakes. Ooh, that's what I used for the Stephen West cable. I made myself those little stitch markers. Look how cute. Can you see it? I made it with a check bead. Can you see? Whoa, so pretty. So yeah, Shirley Bryan deconstructed fade. I also have plenty in my store, or you can buy it on her website. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What's this? Oh, yeah, I have almost finished Petite Knit. Can't remember the name. I'll put it again for Zachary Daniel. Look how cute this is. It's a little romper. You actually, I'm gonna fold the little thing at the bottom. Look how beautiful that is. It has even in the back extra room for the diaper. And Petite Knit did a beautiful job explaining how to create this beauty. I think I made it with Sunday, Sandness Garn Sunday. I'll put the colorway and anything. I still have to do, what do you call that? Not the stockinette, the when you sew together and it doesn't look like you sewed. You know what I mean. There's gonna be a lot of editing for me. But anyway, love it, love it, love it. Can find the pattern on Ravelry. Yes, 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 yes. I got some assigned pooling in my store from Madeline Tosh. And what's the name of the designer? Maybe it's the altitude, but my brain is mush. Walker? Barker. And the design, the pattern, I'll put the name too, but it's super fun. So it's assigned pooling, and I'm making a shawl. And so every time, so that's the Madeline Tosh beautiful colorway, and it's blue mainly. And then every time you meet a little colorful part of the yarn, you make a little bobble, really. Look how much fun it is. I love it. It is so much fun. You don't have to change the color. There's no color work in this because I'm new to color work too in knitting. And I am having the time of my life with this. This is going to make the cutest shawl. Loved assigned pooling. That's another thing that I just discovered now in the world of knitting. Having so much fun. And that's in the store too, by the way. What else? What else? What else? What's in here? Oh, so remember I told you about the June colorway, the July colorway from Woolen Woman Fiber. This one was just merino nylon kind of sock with stellina. And it was called Flower in Turquoise Vase. That is the cake. The cake right now is the colorway. I'll try to insert also a picture of the, yeah, doesn't do it justice. We don't even see the stellina. I will try to insert a picture of the inspiration. So I decided to create for this, so I'm in designing it, right? It's going to take some time. Hopefully by that time there will be some more of that colorway, but it will work with so many other colorways. I decided to mix it with Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, which is one of my favorite fiber to knit with. I used that to make the Petite Knit Poppy tee, and I kind of alternate. I did stripes, very thin stripe, with the navy colorway from Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, and this one, the cream one. But in this one, I decided to create a shawl. Again, I love that construction, which is crescent. And yeah, how am I going to show you that? It begins again at the tip. And then there's so many fun little stitches. There is a little kind of, I don't know if you see it, stitch like that. And I have little eyelets. Then here I have little bubbles. Here I have a little honeycomb pattern. And every time in between you have this beautiful Woolen Woman Fiber colorway, July colorway, Flower in a Turquoise Vase. And then I